Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ha. I'm from Vietnam, and now I'm a college student for senior year. And I've been in Japan for almost 4 years.
My name is Anne. I'm a student studying in Tokyo now. Yeah, I've also been in Japan for nearly 4 years.
Hello, my name is Sophie. I'm also a senior in college, but I've only been here for about 3 years. Do we have a lot?
Yeah, I have
Please share.
I realized that Japanese people are not as nice as they portray themselves on media. When I was in Vietnam and I studied about Japan, and almost everyone says that Japanese people are so kind. They are like wonderful people. And then I came to Tokyo, and then on the first day I moved into my dorm. Well, you are supposed to greet everyone else in the dorm, and then I said hello, and then all the girls there just ignored me.
Oh no.
Like completely, and I didn't know what I did wrong.
I don't know, I don't think I have anything that extreme, but I think I definitely agree with you in the fact that the image of Japanese people is very glorified, especially with travelers who say, wow, Japan is great, Japan has the nicest people in the world. They're amazing, but you kind of get here, and I think especially coming from Asia, with roots in Asia, I think we have a very different experience than those who are, for example, from European descent. People in Tokyo especially are a lot more cold, generally. I remember I was just walking in the station one time with a friend, and this guy just pretty much like ran into me. Like, it actually hurt, and I was like, wait, excuse me? Yeah, and so I kind of turned around, but he was just like on his way. So yeah, people don't really like apologize or acknowledge.
Yeah, like whenever I get to the train and if I talk with my friends in my native language, so everyone would like look at me, stare at me, even though I'm not doing anything wrong. And I feel a little bit offended by that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think I have the same experience when I go to the supermarket, and I was talking to my mom on the phone. And then the guy that walked in front of me just like turned like way back like this.
Whoa.
Like to look at me, like to see what kind of creature I was.
Yeah. Creature.
And I was like, what? And yeah, like I had that kind of experience like multiple times, and it's not so pleasant, but you have to get used to it here because Japan is isolated, so if you're a foreigner, yeah, you will be looked at. Especially if you are Asian, like you look like Japanese, so when you speak a different language, you will get noticed. And maybe it's not in a good way. But if like you are like foreigner and like you're white, for example, like you're obviously foreigner to Japanese, and they will be like, oh, okay, so they're foreigner. That's what they do.
Japan is such a homogenous country, so when they see people who don't look like them, it's like an experience.
Yeah, I think Japanese people are kind, but they are not actively kind.
That's a very good way to put it.
Well, if you ask for help from them, they will help you like with everything they have. But if you don't say anything, you just looked like lost, they wouldn't help you. They would just stare at you. Well, recently I came back from Vietnam, and then I had my backpack like here, like on the front, and I have like another bag here because I just arrived from the airport. Then I dropped my train card, and then one woman, it's just dropped like in front of her, and she saw that. And she saw me like looking miserable, but she doesn't pick it up for me. Like I was like, it's in front of you and you're looking at me. Why don't you just pick it up? And I was like, oh. Okay.
Struggling. I think that's a big one. You hear a lot of stories about, even with Japanese people, you hear stories about people falling in between like the train and the platform and no one helping them.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some sort of like internal conflict. Like, do I help this person or do I not? From our perspective, maybe like the answer is definitely yes, help someone who looks like they're in trouble. But maybe in Japan they have, I don't know, the idea that you don't want to interfere with other people's business, that sort of stuff. Maybe that creates sort of like, do I help, do I not help sort of thing.
Yeah. If you need help in Japan, just ask for
Yeah, ask for help.
Don't wait for help because they will help you. Well, there's no trash can outside of the station in Japan. Well, I know that's like the reason for it, like preventing terrorism.
Yeah.
But it's a bit like uncomfortable
Yeah.
when you have to carry your trash
Yes.
around all the time.
Yeah, you always have to have like a plastic bag with you just for trash.
Yeah, my experience is a little bit embarrassing. I know that the toilets in Japan are like pretty convenient, but they have too many functions for me, like so many buttons.
Yeah.
The one time that when I get to like Gokyu Hotel, and there's a button to flush the water, but they didn't write anything on it, so and I just don't know how to flush it away. I pushed the button, but it was the button to call the staff. So like, yeah.
Oh no!
And I pushed it, but nothing happened. And then someone ran into the toilet and like asked me if I was okay, but no, I told this. Yeah, and then I stood up and it automatically like flushed away.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, actually, wow. The really awkward moment is when you're like at a convenience store or like a restaurant and they ask you a question that's not a yes or no question, but you don't know what to say, so you're just like, hi, and they're like, what?
Right. Well, actually, because we're all from Asia, our like daily lives and like how we eat are the same. So I don't have that much of a problem when I first came to Japan. But I came from Vietnam and we have a lot of spices. And when you come to Japan, they only have like 5. So it's difficult for you to make your own like country's dishes.
Oh, do you feel like Japanese, like the food itself is more bland than?
I wouldn't say it's bland because, like for example, like ramen, they put a lot of salt in it. Like I wanted to try ramen when I was in Vietnam because it was so expensive when you try it in Vietnam. And then when I came here, I had it for the first time and I couldn't finish like one bowl of ramen because it was too oily and it was too salty. I even put water in it, but I couldn't finish it. And they fried things a lot, like tempura. Like they can fry anything, from vegetables, shrimp, like everything.
Yeah, food was a big one for me. Coming from America, the food is just, it's completely different. And yeah, I'm ethnically Asian, but I grew up very Americanized. Like I grew up eating like very unhealthy stuff. But I read in a book one time that American food, when you know something is good, it's warm or it's hot. Everything that comes out of like a restaurant, except for like the salads and stuff obviously, but they're all very warm. But when you come here, it's like there's a lot of raw things and things that are just pickled things that aren't warm.
Like sushi.
Yeah, exactly. I had a conversation with a Japanese friend one time about edamame and how here you get it when you go to like the izakayas, right? But it's always cold.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but over in the States, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I would always eat it warm. It would come in like the big Costco like frozen bags and then you just stick it in the microwave and like eat it warm.
Yeah, like Japanese dishes are extreme.
Yeah, definitely.
They're either cold, salty, oily, or raw.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't say it's like bad, but it's definitely...
Yeah, it's pretty extreme. extreme.
Yeah, it's a lot different maybe.
Yeah.
You're from a different culture. A lot of people love it though. A lot of people come here just for the food.
Yeah.
What do you guys eat then? Like, how do you get around your eating difficulties?
Well, I would cook
Yeah.
myself.
Smart. Smart people who can cook.
No.
Yeah, I remember that there was one time, like me and my friend, we went to Yugaoka. I don't remember the place, but we were trying to take a picture.
Oh yeah, we went there together.
Yeah, but yeah, a woman passed by and she was looking back at us. I didn't hear that what she was saying, but she said, "You cannot take photo here."
Yeah, she was pretty rude. She was like pointing at us and it's like, NG, and I was
No.
like just in front of us, there were people taking pictures. And I don't understand why. Maybe she heard us like speaking a different language and we looked like travelers. But there were no sign that said that you cannot take picture there. And she was just plain rude. 日本語わかりますか?
Wow, that's crazy. It's like, do you own the place? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
We didn't even do anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar, but I was with two friends. This isn't even about vacation. We were in Shinjuku. We were drinking like tapioca, like milk tea, right? And it was kind of late at night, not really. It was like 8 or 8:30 at night maybe. One of my friends she's like very much like the American.
Yeah.
And this guy, maybe he wasn't all mentally there, but he came up to us very close and he was like, "Hey," and none of us said anything. And he went up to my friend and he said,
"Foreigners, like, I hate how their eyes are so big."
What?
And we had nothing to say. It was super uncomfortable. Yeah, and then he was like, "Do you understand like Nihongo?" And like,
Was he drunk?
I don't know. He had like a GU bag and stuff. His clothes were, I mean, normal, but they looked like kind of dirty. So I'm not sure like who he was, and he was just kind of sitting on the street too. So I wasn't really sure, but. Then he just kind of walked away, but it was kind of like traumatizing. Of course, like for me, who was there but not completely involved. I can't imagine how like my friend felt because it was directed at her, and she loves Japan and she came here. It's been like a year. Yeah, she did a year-long study abroad. And now she's like, "Excuse me, am I not allowed to be here?" Like, yeah, rude people are out there, no matter what country you're in. I guess.
Yeah, I think we have the same like experience too. Like the other day we go to say farewell to our friend. She's flying back to Vietnam, and then we were like waiting near the bus station, and then one man, it was so traumatizing. He just like walked straight up to us and he was just like spitting to our faces.
Whoa.
He was talking something we couldn't understand at all, and it was like in the coronavirus situation, and he was not wearing a mask, and I was frozen.
Yeah. You can't do anything in those situations. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
don't know how to react.
Froze there.
I was running away.
Yeah, she ran away. I was
That's a good decision.
Yeah, and afterwards she just showered me with like alcohol. Like, go shh.
Did he just like walk away?
Yeah, and then after that he walked away.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But before that, he stood there like for several minutes, just staring at it, and it was scary.
That's crazy, especially now during the corona. Like tensions are pretty high, I guess you would say.
Yeah, well, we have been saying a lot of bad things.
Yeah, we've just been complaining about Japan.
Sorry, Japan.
Yeah, sorry. But there is like a reason that we came here. Like, it's not all bad, and that's why we're here, right?
Yeah, I've met a lot of nice Japanese people. So the first person is what we call Ryobo-san. And at that time, it was only me who lived at that dorm, and Anne was not arriving yet. And she and some other friends came and the divorce bought us like a Christmas cake, like a big one. She was so nice. She was teaching me a lot of things about like Japanese culture and stuff.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, so I had this professor, and he was old, but his wife was Japanese and she helped out with the class a lot. And on the last day of class, we had this party, and the professor and his wife like bought a bunch of food, and like they made bread. Not a lot of students came, so I felt so bad because it was like, look at all this food, who's gonna eat it? There was a lot left over, and I was there with my like 2 or 3 friends. His wife was just like, take everything, and so she gave us like bags and stuff, and she literally gave us like all the leftovers. Yeah, we could have taken it home and eaten it, but they gave it to us, and it was just like a very nice gesture. They were like, good luck with your finals and stuff like that. It was really nice. Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
When I first like came to Japan, I studied at a Japanese high school, and it was actually in the mountain. The nearest convenience store is like 30 minutes away from where we lived, and the teacher, he took us to the supermarket like every week without complaining, and he taught you about kanjis and also other Japanese cultures. Yeah, and I felt lucky that we met him at that time.
Yeah, well, if you are lucky enough, or yeah, if you meet the right person, they will be very nice to you. Okay, thank you for coming to hear us talking bad and good things about Japan. And if you like the video, please hit like and then subscribe to our channel. See you later. Bye-bye.